Everyone, welcome back to See Today Business. Now, ASEAN represents a great opportunity for businesses, but with those opportunities come equally diverse challenges as well. Nevertheless, with banks at the forefront of facilitating smooth trade transactions, ASEAN continues to emerge as a dynamic global trade hub, offering endless opportunities for economic growth and partnerships.
ASEAN trade has shown immense potential, with significant developments in recent years. Notably, Indonesia has consistently maintained a surplus in trade value, underscoring the region's economic strength. Supporting this robust trading environment are global banks such as HSBC, which is known for its global trade solutions services, ranging from managing complex trade payments to assisting businesses in expanding market reach. In 2023, HSBC facilitated an impressive $850 billion in global trade, leveraging their extensive network spanning over 50 markets worldwide. With such comprehensive support and facilitation, ASEAN's trade outlook remains promising, driven by strategic initiatives and partnerships aimed at enhancing economic growth and stability in the region.
And to talk more about strengthening Indonesian, ASEAN and global trade connections and the pivotal role of banks such as HSBC, joining me in the country is the country head of Global Trade Solutions of PT Bank HSBC Indonesia, Delia Melissa. Hi, Bu Delia. Thank you for coming by to see today's studio.
Thank you, Alia. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, it's a pleasure. So we saw how it is a great opportunity for businesses in ASEAN. As we see the numbers now, the trade value in ASEAN of the highest in the world, reaching $3.8 trillion back in 2022. So how do you see the potential? How much is it the potential in ASEAN's trade capabilities, and how important is it the role of banks like HSBC?
Indeed, it's a very exciting time to be in ASEAN here today. So we have seen the amazing growth in ASEAN economy. From 2017 to 2022, the ASEAN economy growth at 33%, while the global trade growth at only 24%. And in 2017 to 2022, we have seen a surge of growing between ASEAN economy to the US of 98%, and the bilateral ASEAN economy between ASEAN to the China grew by 94%. With that impressive data, we also expect that those impressive, significant growth will continue in the next decade. And it's very exciting time to be here and facilitating ASEAN trade solution business.
Yeah, when we see the global trade, it was sort of predicted that it's not going to be that smooth. And we just come out of the pandemic and businesses are still not as growing as what they wanted to be. So how does the role of bank like HSBC to actually make it so easy for businesses, especially when they cover the global trade?
Yeah. So I think in the words like today, we learn in the interconnected world, there are some unforeseen changes. So for example, this geopolitical tension, natural disaster, and also, for example, the COVID-19 pandemic has also present us that there is changes is inevitable. So what we did as the global bank, we understand that for a company to actually be here in the business itself, they need to build a very resilient supply chain. So they need to partner with the bank that offer a supply chain resilience, meaning that HSBC is a global bank because we are actually facilitating 855 billion trade globally, and we do have access to up to 89% of the global trade, which enable us as a unique differentiator. Why? Because we've banked both buyer and suppliers. We have access, we have intelligence data to both buyers and suppliers.
So you're saying that, tell us more about the HSBC Global Trade Payment Solutions that would make it easy, seamless, and also in terms of payments, it's not burdening so much to the businesses.
Yeah. So we do have the advantage of, because we have those access to those global massive business, we do have an access to actually capture those opportunities as the buyers and supplier. As I've mentioned again, the opportunity varies because the working capital optimization is actually one of the pain points that the senior management and the CEO is actually looking into. So how you can actually monetize those opportunities, how you can actually do a working capital optimization. So HSBC, what we offer is a deep-rooted local relationship as well as our global expertise. We have in ASEAN itself, we have over 135 years of experience. We have the presence of the 6 growth ASEAN market, and in fact in Indonesia, this month we've actually celebrated under 140 years anniversary. So those expertise with our long years of track record enable us for a global connectors and provide innovative solution to our customer. In terms of the global trade solution itself, we want to genuinely help our supplier, be it they are buyer and suppliers, because we understand in terms of every facet and supply chain management, they will need an appropriate working capital solution.
Right, so you're having very immense track record, boots on the ground as well. So why is a focus on digitalization is becoming important? We know that in ASEAN itself, they have this framework for digitalization and to enable businesses among the ASEAN countries easier.
Yes. In ASEAN, there are some interesting facts in ASEAN because we are actually the region that have the highest digital penetration. At the moment, we have 75% digital penetration among 670 million people here in ASEAN. And in terms of the online shopping or new economies digital commerce in 2023, we've actually surpassed 100 billion in terms of the total revenue. And we expect those to be also increased by 8-fold in the coming 8 years. And coming home in Indonesia, we have the benefit of demographic bonus. So 52% of our population is actually young, between 19 to 39 years old.
Yeah.
So what it means that digitalization is a mandatory here in ASEAN as well as Indonesia. And as the leading global trade bank, we are also proud to have those industry best practice in terms of solution and in terms of digital platform. For example, if we're talking about trade finance business, in the past we are dealing with letters of credit, we are dealing with guarantees. Historically, people coming to the bank, they submit the issuance application by wet signatures and everything. Yeah. But now we are enabling them because we are one of the first international bank that offer an internet trade solution online. So by them coming, they don't need to come to our physical office. They just need to access our online digital platform that can enable them to actually issue an online LC as well as guarantee. On top of that, I've mentioned about the working capital optimization, what it means to actually help both buyer and suppliers and every trade supply chain. We have introduced recently industry first application called TradePay. So TradePay is our unique proposition whereby we combine the trade financing solution with an integrated payment solution as well as the ability to actually access foreign currency requirement. So what it means that our customer will have a seamless payment transaction, seamless financing solution, supplier will be able to track those payments, and most importantly, by having a very good relationship between buyer and supplier, and our intention is actually to simplify international cross-border transactions.
All right, so we touched on that sustainability. You also mentioned about transformational to the digitalization. So we're going to talk more on that. So digital trade in ASEAN with HSBC talk will continue after the break. So don't go anywhere. Stay here and see Today Business. Welcome back to See Today Business. Let's continue our conversation with Ibu Delia Melissa from PT Bank HSBC Indonesia, the country head of Global Trade Solutions. So, Bu Delia, we talk about how digitalization can actually becoming a game changer in the trade as well. And do you have any examples, as you know, HSBC has been stepping foot in Indonesia for more than 140 years, if I'm not mistaken. So is there any example of the solutions that you offer to companies that could actually also expanding on its digitalization, making it, you know, global wide and streamlining their business processes as well?
So thanks, Alia. Again, our intention is to be the global connectors. We want to provide innovative solution and we want to be a trusted partner. So recently in Indonesia itself, we have just closed one transaction with eFishery. So we've partnered with eFishery. eFishery is an Indonesian aquaculture company focused on using technology to improve feed efficiency on the overall aquaculture ecosystem. And we partnered together because we felt that eFishery's vision to actually tackle the digital economy here in Indonesia in terms of aquaculture and also to support eFishery expansion, not only in Indonesia, but also to India as well as Singapore and USA. So eFishery is looking for a bank's partner that can help them, not only for their digital ambition, but also their international expansion. But I think the most important thing and the highlighted from this partnership is our ambition in terms of leading in our sustainability journey. So we've partnered together with eFisheries. We've provided a sustainability loan, a green financing, which enable them to access this financing apart from their transition journey. So those three key highlights, which is international expansion, digital as well as sustainable ambition, which is our intention to our customer going forward, not only in Indonesia, but also globally.
Since you mentioned about green economy and sustainability, so environmental concerns are now on the rise. The ESG are always as what do you call it? It's a must in many companies, especially in banks as well. So in all aspects of businesses, economies, and even trade, tell us more about green trade financing. Okay. And how does HSBC facilitate this, and how does it contribute to the world's sustainability goals? We know Indonesia is pretty aggressive in setting that goal as well.
Yeah. So as an international bank, especially because we have access to those global trade finance, so we felt that we have impact in terms of shaping the Indonesian, especially in terms of the ESG financing. So our intention is to actually help our customer to decarbonize their supply chain solution. So in terms of solution, in the past 3 years, we've been able to extend our financing in the form of green trade financing. We've also aligned our green loan proposition. So for those customers that have intention to actually accelerate their climate change, for example, those customers that involved in renewables, customer that previously has their power plant fueled by fossil fuel, we as a bank, we can provide this financing alternative for them to actually enhance their climate change. And on top of that, in terms of our position as global trade solution, we also want to help our customer to actually decarbonize their supply chain, because this is part of our commitment as well as our net zero ambition by 2050. Especially those customers, those that has a global link, they are also in needs to have those green loan financing, sustainability link financing, ESG financing, and we are at the forefront in order for them to access those kind of financing here in Indonesia.
Yeah, we do realize that energy is actually life, and a lot of companies are now still struggling to phase out from fossil fuel base. So how does HSBC's Global Trade Solutions help companies to maintain its ESG principles in doing business?
So again, we continue to support energy clients that take an active role in transition, helping to finance and invest in the technology and infrastructure. We've also worked hand in hand with our customer that has a transition plan to also enable them to have their own transition plan. And most importantly, we joined the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero Defense back in 2021, along with 42 banks in 23 countries. So this alliance is to unlock the banking sector potential to accelerate those global transition to net zero.
All right. Now, if we see the future, so what are the plans for HSBC in terms of its global trade solutions? Is there any additions or any other solutions? And how it aims to support the trade from Indonesia to this Southeast Asia region that is growing immensely in the years to come as well?
So ASEAN appeal continue to increase, again, thanks to this powerful FTAs and deepened regional interaction. We've also recently conducted a survey, and 81% Indonesian business plan to invest in ASEAN. This figure is significantly higher than those companies that want to invest outside ASEAN of 52%. So again, the opportunities is huge, and we are here as a unique differentiator between both buyer and supplier. We can provide deep-rooted expertise. So our plan is to continue supporting our client in those journey, especially on tapping and unlocking the ASEAN opportunity, as well as providing their journey in terms of digital transition. I've mentioned earlier that our proposition can help the customer to actually tackling the working capital resiliency, because we see that the future is digital, ESG, and international expansion. So we are again committed to support our customer in ASEAN, not only to provide a robust financing, but also economically efficient, and continue to strengthen our position as the global connector, innovative product solution, as well as trusted partners.
Yeah, as we phase out to the more renewable businesses and also resiliency is needed, I think HSBC is having a great plan as well here in the powerhouse of ASEAN. So thank you so much, Ibu Delia and Melissa, for sharing with us in See Today Business. Hope
Thank you,
to
Alia.
talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So for now, let's take a break. We're going for just a quick break. When we return, we'll have a recap of the first session of trading from the Indonesian stock market. And Mirai Asset Senior Analyst Nafan Aji will join us to take a look at this recommendation for you. Just stay tuned.